It's regular. The bomb's bursting in. What is it? Gave proof?
She's like, that our flag was still there.
Yeah.
What's that from, y'all? You know?
Yeah.
Put it in the Quizlet. What is it? The Kahoot?
Yeah. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Kahoot. Triangle, circle, square, octagon. Who is it? Right. And then your screen turns red and we all see.
We've talked about how my mom is a teacher, and my mom is a very like alternative whatever type woman.
Type beat.
And she loves Kahoot music, which is so funny. She also loves Gwen Stefani, but only like early 2000s Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani now is kind of chopped. Like, that's the title of the video.
Gwen Stefani is chopped.
Anyway, there's a heat wave going through Michigan right now, and it's like
right.
Like
I'm on my porch with my harmonica.
Yeah, I'm chewing some freaking grass, like
like just blown in.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all come from, stupid town?
I'm listening. Well, it ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. Like, a complete unknown. Yeah. Why is Boo's tail all flapped up? Was she freaked out?
She knows the spirit of Gwen Stefani is here.
Come here, baby. She's like, girl, I don't know why her tail is all poofed up. What scared you? Bro, she's lurking. Anyway.
Gwen Stefani's here.
Gwen Stefani can't hurt you.
I'm not even gonna say it.
China. All right.
Yeah, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back after our like month and a half break. No, it was like 3 weeks.
It felt like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it felt like a minute, but we so back. I'm out of school.
We're so back. It's summer break, y'all.
I'm out of school. Well, we're out of school. Blake is graduated. I am not, but the thumbnail. I am, that was embarrassing. I'm graduating next year, but for this summer, we are done. Period.
Done. Summer's out. Sun's out, buns out.
Sun's out, buns out, literally. I see y'all in the triangle freaking bathing suits. Yeah.
Sun's out, bush out.
Sun's out, bush out. What about that? Yeah.
It's bush summer.
Last year was brat summer, now it's bush summer.
I have if you can see, a giant welt of a mosquito bite on my leg. And
I have one too.
We got literally attacked last night because it is the day after July 4th.
Yup.
Nothing happened. Insufficient day. Insignificant.
I mean, insufficient funds.
Right.
I was talking with my stepmom and she was like, I hate fireworks. And I was like, why do you hate fireworks? Like, I love fireworks because it reminds me of when I was a kid. And then when you actually sit down and watch the fireworks, you get eaten up by bugs. Mm-hmm. The wildlife around the area gets freaked out.
Triggered, yeah. Imagine you're a mystical, magical deer just in the woods, and then literally World War III is happening outside your door.
Right. And you don't feel safe because no matter where you go, you hear the sounds because everyone is doing it.
You hear bombs in your neighborhood as a deer.
Right. Oh my god, Beanie's eating my orchid. Beans! The one time we were like, oh, we'll leave them out. We didn't.
And they were fine last time too.
Yeah, well, I didn't have the orchid last time, so. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. I just kind of have a new opinion on fireworks and stuff. Like, can't we just do like holograms?
Not even the old man. It's just the deer.
Yeah. Also, like, what?
Shell shock is Darwinism.
Yeah, well, natural selection. No, but I think, like, also the smoke from it, we just had those, you know, like the California, like, that's crazy. Last year it was the California.
And it's Canada this year.
Canada, now, yeah. So, I'm not messing with it. But anyway,
Anywho, speaking of...
not messing with something, Blake has something to say. That's going to hurt y'all feelings.
I have a PSA to make to the nation. I'm doing the presidential address. I need y'all to get a grip so quick and so fast and so ferociously. I need that ferocious grip to be had. The people, the interstellar glazers need to pipe down.
Like, there are better Timothée Chalamet movies. There are better Matthew McConaughey movies.
If I hear that you're obsessed with Interstellar, all I think is you've only ever seen Interstellar.
And that is Daniel for you. He has wanted me to watch
when he inevitably walks in during film.
Yeah, we're putting him on blast.
Cinnamon. And
we're giving the
What do you know?
It be your own.
It be your own. No, I need you guys to shut up about Interstellar. It's not that good. I watched the first 30 minutes of it and turned it off because I was board. Bored.
I was PLANK blank.
Oh my god! He comes back and his daughter's old. Okay. I thought of that in 3rd grade. That's written in my 3rd grade.
And then I woke up.
Then I woke up.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. That's what it feels like. The most, like, oh my god, they go to a planet, but then it's really been 700 years. Okay, that's basic science. Planets take longer and less time to go around the sun. And I know it's like a thing of like, the wormhole.
He's a hater. He does not care.
No, what y'all need to get onto is Project Hail Mary. That's what y'all need to sink your talons in. Because that's what's good.
Y'all need to check out, what is that series everyone's reading right now, Murderbot? Everyone says that's good. But I don't really care for sci-fi, but everyone says Murderbot is really good.
I don't love sci-fi, but...
Oh, Dune? More like Get on Your Zoom. Timothée Chalamet.
I have tried to watch Doom upwards of 5 times.
Okay, also the one...
And I have gotten maybe halfway through, like averagely.
Also the one in the 80s that David Lynch directed that has Kyle MacLachlan in it, who is actually my husband. We'll get into that in a few short minutes, but...
Later in the agenda.
Oh, damn!
The agenda is stacked today.
Yeah.
With...
He is my agenda, period! Yeah.
We have an announcement.
Thank you to our sponsor.
Thank you to our sponsor, Stephanie, my mother.
Okay, let me set the scene for you. This is my perspective, and then we'll give Blake's perspective.
Yes.
I'm on the toilet. I'm having a bad time. Not because of the toilet.
Sit on the pot.
Yeah, just because I was just, like, having an off day, and I was, like, just so overwhelmed and just, like, whatever. And so, me and Blake are at that point. I don't really care if I answer the phone and I'm on the toilet. So I answer the phone because he called me, and he's like, hey, guess what? I was like, what? He's like, so we were in the car, and Blake's mom, Stephanie, watches our podcast, like, listens to it religiously, and we love her. Thank you for being our number one.
She's a Patreon member.
Yeah, right. And so he was like, oh, we were listening, or no, she listens to it, and she knows about, like, what we talk about. And so they were listening to Ethel Cain in the car.
Well, no, House of Nebraska came on.
Yes. And then what she asked, like, oh...
She asked if I got tickets yet.
Yeah. And then he was like, no. I guess
no, because they're so expensive. So, before, we had kind of decided that, like, we weren't going to really get to go just because they were so expensive with you moving.
Yeah.
And I was maybe still going to get to go, but I don't know. Like, the cards weren't laying down. Like, I was, like, going to have to accept that we just weren't going to go.
Right. And I had already kind of just been like, okay, whatever. I just didn't expect it, and I wasn't, like, whatever. I was just kind of being like, whatever about it. So, Stephanie starts talking about this with Blake. Like, oh, aren't you guys going? He's like, nah, we're not going to go because X, Y, and Z, too expensive, whatever. Then Blake was like, I don't want to go alone because I wasn't going to go, period. And then she's like, oh, well, I want you to go. So this girl bought us tickets to Ethel Cain. She literally bought us tickets. Like, and mind you, I'm still on the toilet. And I'm like, what? What? Like, freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
I
was like in the same vein of like, what do you mean? Like, oh, I'll get you tickets.
Like, and for a second I was like, not that I think the absolute highest of your mom, but I was like, this is too good to be true. Like, something's gonna happen.
There's a catch, like, we're enslaved.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, swear a blood oath. Like, something is, like, like, something's gonna happen here. And then Blake sent me the confirmation code, and I was like, this is real. And she got us pit, too.
No,
or floor,
we're floor. We're floor.
Yeah.
Because the floor was the cheapest area, which was very odd.
That's crazy, Boots. But you know what? Literally, you could have me be locked up in the bathroom stall there at the venue.
I could be very last row in the corner with zero,
like,
blindfolded, turned around, and I would go. I don't even care.
I don't even care. It's just about hearing the music live and, like, maybe getting a couple of videos of Hayden. Like, I don't even care. But I just was like, and the biggest thing too is like, this is like this is our thing. Me and Ethel, like, no, but me and Blake love Ethel Cain. That's, like, such a big thing.
This is one of the artists that we both mutually love.
Which is very rare, and it's so crazy that we get to go see her for the first time together. Like, that's crazy. And then we were talking about how we didn't want to drive down there because traffic, whatever. I'm scared. Blake's scared. And Stephanie was like, yeah, well, you know, I'll just bring my friend and we'll drive you down, and then we'll just stay in the area and then just pick you up when the concert's done. And I told Blake, I was like, I'm sucking your mom's feet. Like, there's anything you want, Stephanie, like, I will do it for you. I will do it for you.
All she's going to do is ask you to pull her weeds. Like, that's her favorite thing.
I will literally do it with pleasure. Like, I will do whatever you want me to do.
You'll cut the grass with scissors.
I will literally, with my teeth. Like, I don't care. I'm just so thankful. Like, I just cannot believe this is happening.
Imagine, what if she plays House in Nebraska? What if she plays Sons of Bleach Flies and I'm there?
I'm my pants. Like, I probably won't even be wearing pants. I'll probably be wearing, like, a dress or something. It's in September, so it's gonna be, like, eerie. Oh, that's gonna be so good! But anyway, yeah, so I'm, like, so excited. So excited. I cannot believe it. That's, like...
We're seeing Ethel Cain in the Midwest, in God's country.
And, like, this is just...
in the promised land.
God, I just am like... I'm in disbelief.
Like, I'm not showing as much excitement because it's like, what do you mean? Like, I still don't get it.
Right. No, I'm like... When I explained to Danny, I told everybody, I was like, Stephanie is literally my godmother. Like, I was like...
From the balcony.
Yeah, like, I seriously told everybody because, like, what do you mean? Mm-hmm. Literally insane. I'm so excited. Right. You ever been to Krispy Kreme? Really crispy? Right. I told my mom that. She thought that was so funny. Anyway,
that was our announcement.
Speaking of the Midwest,
part of the reason why we haven't filmed in forever is because I was in Kentucky.
In the Bible Belt.
I was in the Yeehaw, Kentucky. Well, no, not really. I was in, like, above the Yeehaw.
Yeah, that's, like,
I was in, like, the fishing growing garden, Kentucky. Grow garden. No, we go for our family reunion because I'm Southern.
What's funny, your mom has a Southern accent.
And I was just talking about this. I don't think that she does, but obviously it's because she's my mom, so, like, I don't hear it. But everyone that I ask, and now I've been asking everyone, like, do you think my mom has an accent? And everyone's like, yeah. And it's in some things that she says, it's like, okay, I hear it a little bit, but 90% of the time,
I hear it all the time.
She's northern.
No, she's not.
She's a southern gal.
She is southern.
She's an island gal.
Yeah, it's definitely very. I can hear it. But anyway, so how was your vacation?
It was fun. It was hot, you guys. If you thought it was hot where you are,
Someone's watching from Kentucky.
They're like, no, it would be like almost 90 degrees in the morning.
In the morning?
Like noon. By noon it was like felt like 90, felt like 95. It would only be like 85, but it felt like 90, 95. And then we would like go to a pool in Tennessee. Like we drive out of state for the pool. Like it is that hot. We don't even care. Cuz everything you do down there you have to drive for like a max 15, 20, 30 minutes to get to the Walmart, to get to the Dollar Generals like down the road. Like you got to go cuz they're on the side of a mountain. In Cumberland Gap area, if you know what that is.
Dang.
Yep. And so we would go to the pool, and then usually it would like thunderstorm that afternoon, evening time, like a span of like 3 p.m., 2, 3 to like 5, 6. It would thunderstorm at some point, and it would cool down, but then it would be humid. And then you just stay inside.
Ugh.
Because it's so hot and sticky.
It's getting sticky.
And where we slept, at my aunt and uncle's house, on the little added on like porch area, it doesn't have any AC. So we had 2 box fans, 2 ceiling fans, and the door open the entire like 4 days that we were there. And it was fine. But it was lit. I love Kentucky. I don't love Kentucky food because it's like an average meal at my aunt and uncle's house is pinto beans. I don't like pinto beans. I like refried beans, but I don't like pinto beans. Coleslaw. Oh! I am a white person. I love coleslaw.
I don't like coleslaw.
They make it homemade, and they use a food processor to like food process like the cabbage and then like shred the carrot really small, so it's like really fine coleslaw. It is so good. I love coleslaw, and then it's like vinegar and mayo and sugar is like the dressing. And so it would be like pinto beans, coleslaw, cornbread. Usually they make like a ham, or they make like pork chops. Disgusting. I hate pork. I'm like when my uncle would go fishing and catch a bunch of like yellowtail, and then he would come home and like cut it and like bread it in cornmeal and cook and sweetie like breaded fish. That is good. I love that kind.
Yeah,
But and then it would be like green beans or like.
That sounds awesome. What? Like
I just don't like beans like that, and I don't like pork.
I don't eat meat like that. Technically I'm a pescatarian, but I will eat fish from time to time or like seafood, but I don't eat like meat from like farm animals or anything like that. So I wouldn't be eating no pork, but I didn't really care for pork chops before I was veggie anyhow. So I see how but like beans, that's all I can eat, bro. Like I literally have a cat named Beans because I'm dedicated to the
What
craft.
I would do though is I would do a bowl, and this isn't like revolutionary. This is what everyone does. And you do the pinto beans, coleslaw, break up the cornbread, and then I myself put hot sauce all over, and then you eat it like all together, like in this bowl. That is good. My uncle, we gotta get him. He eats cornbread in a bowl with buttermilk. Like,
bro, that's crazy.
And in the same vein, just straight up, we'll get a glass of buttermilk and drink it.
What? See, I make buttermilk muffins, and they're really good, but that's crazy.
No, it is disgusting.
Oh
but there
God.
has to be some secret because all of them are like 80, 90, 70, 80, 90, and they're completely healthy.
There was this thing that I did a research for one of my college classes, and it's called like the blue zones of the world. And I don't think, but like basically it's just in these smaller, tightly knit communities, people have more self like like worth and community and just like family.
Yeah. Yep.
And they have these rituals and habits that they do, like drinking wine or, you know, whatever. In other places that might be deemed as like unhealthy, but in these small knit communities, that's actually what like keeps them going.
Yeah.
And these small knit communities, they live so long because they have these like things that they do. And it's called the Blue Zones. There's different ones in the world, but not saying that Kentucky is a blue zone, just saying like
yeah, like those kind of things, like their little mountain holler.
I think that
and there's
helps.
Like everyone on like we drive down the road and it's like, oh, that's this person, that's this, like everyone knows each other. Half of them are my relatives, and every single thing that they eat practically they grow from themselves in the garden. Like they have chickens, all of the eggs we eat, all of the vegetables, the cabbage, the tomatoes, the beans, which they buy beans, but they also make their own beans, like green beans and stuff. I remember being a kid and like we would be stringing the string beans on like the line of string, and like everything they eat, they grow themselves. So it's got to be that's cleanest of the food.
That's definitely, it doesn't matter if they have a little grease or something on there like the fish or whatever, because it's like
biscuits and gravy for breakfast almost every day,
and you know
homemade biscuits, which I actually know how to make. I know how to make that whole recipe and it's good, period. We're moving to the south. So what we're saying is the commune that we're building is in the south.
I don't want to live
in the mountains
south.
of Kentucky. It's too hot.
No, I'm a Michigan girl for life. I love Michigan. I love all of our little quirks, and I'm comfortable here. Yeah. And I like that we get all 4 seasons. But another place that I would love to visit.
This is just how good of a transition can we do?
Another place I would love to visit is Washington, because not only is there Twilight, also that's
there's this cafe called Espresso Chalet, and I need to go there. That's on my bucket list.
So I want to go because I want to visit all of the shooting sites where they filmed Twin Peaks. Okay, I watched...
Get ready.
I watched a couple episodes of Twin Peaks back in like 2022, and I never finished the first season, but I really liked it, but it just wasn't... I don't think I had the taste enough to like fully understand and like appreciate the show. So recently, me and Danny, when we moved into our apartment, we were like, dang, well, we want a show to watch because everybody has that show that they watch when they come home from work, and like we wanted to have one. And so we started watching Twin Peaks, and I love David Lynch. I am obsessed. Twin Peaks, like I could do a full episode on all of the different like how Blake did the Targaryen family tree. I could do the affair tree, because every person in Twin Peaks is cheating on somebody. Everybody. And it's so like, oh my god, what? And the intrigue, the characters, but the best character of all, in my opinion, is Agent Dale Cooper. That is my man. I love him so much. Okay, the way I love Dale Cooper is because he is, first of all, tall, dark, and handsome. Second of all, he has these dreams that are like very cryptic and tell him messages about things that are going on in his life. And I feel that because I have very off-putting dreams that might be signs of things in my life. And so watching him like wake up from these dreams and like be so disoriented and like try to make sense of what just happened is so me-coded. I love that. And then also, another thing about him that I really like is just his character in general, how even in these very difficult times, you know, Twin Peaks is a show that, you know, it's kind of making fun of like soap operas, so it's very dramatic, but it also is, you know, talking about the good and the bad that people do and just how deep that runs, how deep it goes for people that, you know, are just heinous and just cruel, but also the opposing side of that, there's so much good and honest people in the world, and in a small town like Twin Peaks where you're not expecting it to be such cruelty, underneath the surface, that's all it is. And so this show does a really good job at showing the good and the bad that people do. And Cooper is an example of, you know, a man with a savior complex that wants the best for the world, and he's just trying his best, and he has the agency to because he's an FBI agent, and he is, you know, just basically, it starts with the death of Laura Palmer and who killed her, and it's this huge mystery, and, you know, it's just, it goes off of, you know, all of these men trying to solve this young girl's murder. And so then it kind of talks about, like, men and society and just how, like, you know, they're all perceiving it in different ways because they're men and she was a young girl because she was 17. Like, I could talk forever. This is just such a good show, and it's so trippy and surreal, and it has so many good themes. It's funny. It catches your attention. The vibe is so good, especially living in, like, the Midwest. I know it's, like, farther off, like, the coast over there, but just, like, the trees, the birds, the wildlife, the flannel, the outfits, it's very, very reminiscent of, like, childhood nostalgia a little bit, especially with how surreal and dreamy it is. The characters are so interesting, and like I said, all of them cheat on each other, so it's so interesting to try and figure out who is cheating on who and how that, like, everybody, every episode, something.
Like the Once Upon a Time, like, tree.
It's crazy, and so I just really love that, but Dale Cooper is 1000% my favorite character, because I just love him so much, and I'm really excited because I bought the Twin Peaks books on my Kindle.
It's a book?
There's numerous books. Because, okay, so David Lynch and Mark Frost were the ones that, like, came up, like, directed it, but there are episodes that are directed by other people, and, so basically, Mark Frost has a son named Scott Frost, and he has a daughter. And all of the people, like, David Lynch's son was in Twin Peaks, like, all of these people are, like, incorporated in some way to this franchise. So, like, Mark Frost's son wrote these books, or wrote one of them, and then I think his daughter wrote the one about Laura Palmer, like, her secret diary or something. Anyway, I have them all on my Kindle, and I'm ready to read once we, finish the series, because we're not done completely yet. And I'm really excited to watch Fire Walk with Me, because we're, like, almost done with season 2, and Fire Walk with Me is what we're going to watch after, and it's basically just Laura's, a couple days before Laura died, like, what she was like, and her life just before she died, and so it's really interesting, and I'm excited. Yeah, so I love Twin Peaks. Everybody needs to watch it. I'm renting it at the library right now. This is my man, Agent Dale Cooper. Love you. Also, Kyle MacLachlan that's his name. He is so funny. Like, go on his TikTok. He, like...
Is he old?
Yeah, but he's funny as hell. Like, he actually, like, does, like, trendy TikTok audios. Like, you know that audio...
He does the Renegade.
He's like, how bad do you want me for real? You know that song? He did, like, a video dancing to that. Like, I'll show you. We'll put it in. He is... I love him. I love him so much. He was in Desperate Housewives. I watched Blue Velvet, which he was in, which is crazy. Yeah. So... That's fine shit, for real. That is fine shite.
Come with me.
Come with me to get ready. Yeah, literally. That's me getting ready to watch Twin Peaks every night. But anyway, you can...
Anyway, speaking of... I don't know.
Speaking
of...
Bro, you can't beat my transition.
Nah. Do y'all see me digging in my butt? In my mosquito bites, y'all? Like...
Bro... Blake's favorite meme is digging in my butt right now.
I think that's the funniest thing ever.
Because he was like, what does that even mean? And I was like, how are you going to say that's your favorite meme right now?
Like,
yeah. And you don't even know what digging it... But it's so funny because it's like, get ready with me to dig in my butt. Like, who up digging in
Which one
butt?
did I send to you?
I don't know.
Let's pull up.
Okay, I'll pull up. Who up digging in their butt?
Final update, I stopped digging.
Like, what?
It's so funny. Anyway, speaking of digging in their butt, you guys! You remember when I warned you a couple episodes ago? Do you remember when I warned y'all a couple episodes ago that Big Brother was coming on soon, y'all? Soon is this...
How soon is now?
How soon is now next week?
So,
my life is about to be taken over for the next 3 months next week, and I'm so excited.
Bro, my life is going to be taken over because me and Blake talk on the phone like every day, and
you're about to hear.
Oh my god, this happened.
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to reiterate on the podcast.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to hear it twice.
Twice. Big Brother, you guys, like, I'm serious, and I've already got some of y'all, like, locked in, like, pre-season. Like, y'all are there with me. So thank you. Faith. Thank you.
Doxing.
Faith. No. You guys need to watch the season of Big Brother because, one, the house leaks got leaked, and it is so... Or, I don't know if it was leaked or if they just, like, announced it.
I don't even know.
But they showed what that Big Brother house looks like this year, and it looks so cool. And they're doing, like, a Clue-themed-ish, like, off-brand Clue.
Bro, Tim Curry.
Gonna be fire. I'm so excited. And once that this season starts, and the casting, because I just went on, the casting for season 27, which is the season that literally comes out next week, so they've already casted it. Once the season starts, they're gonna switch to season 28 casting, and guess who can start applying?
Are you actually gonna try?
I'm, like, that's going to Washington and going on Big Brother. Those are the only two bucket list things I have left. Like,
for real?
And then I can...
No!
I need to go on Big Brother so bad, like, you don't even understand.
Would you actually
That's to
enjoy
say,
it?
I don't know why I want to so bad, because it's completely, like, nothing that I would be, like, thriving in.
Yeah.
Like, just this... Okay, so if you guys don't know... If you guys have literally never heard of Big Brother and don't know what I'm talking about. Big Brother is a reality TV show that goes on for 3 months, okay? 90 days. If you make it that far, you're there for 90 days. And you're in this house, and it's house in quotations because it's in, like, a set in Hollywood. Like, it's in, like, a production, like, whatever that... Where they, like, film stuff. And they've turned it into this giant, like, house, almost, on the inside. So there's, like, the house, and there's, like, the living room, the kitchen, there's bathrooms, and everything's open. Open.
Even the bathroom?
Like, the bathroom, there's a door, like, to the potty. But, like, the sinks, and there's, like, little sitting areas, and, like, everyone, like, does everything in the open, practically. Like, the showers are, like, fog glass door just open, like, from here up, like...
Why?
You're just because it's called Big Brother because there's, like, over 100 cameras, like, everywhere, and you're watched 24/7 because there's the live feeds that I watch, which is so fun, and you're just watching them do stuff. It's kind of creepy a little bit. And so it's a reality TV show, and what happens is there's, like, the show comes on 3 days a week. It comes on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And the Sunday episode is the episode where someone becomes the head of household, which they, the game is like, you're trying to be the last two at the end and finale. There's 2 people left. Okay, so every week someone goes home. And the way people go home is they're put up by the head of household to be, like, the ones to go home. That's Sunday. Then on Wednesday, they do, it's called the veto competition, where if you win that and you're on, like, up to go home, you can come down and you're safe, and then someone else goes up. Or if you're not on it and you win, you can either make them stay there, or you can also then take someone down yourself.
Is this, like, live, or is it, like, edited?
Some of them are live and some of them are edited. Everything happens 3 days prior, but the Thursday episode, which is the day after the Wednesday, is the live eviction. Like, eviction because they're in a house. So there's the people sitting on the little couch, and then everyone who is not on the couch goes into the little, like, they call it the diary room. That's where you go and you're like, and this person is literally evil, and like you like sit in front of the camera and like you talk, and they go in there and they say who they want to go home, and then whoever has the majority leaves the house.
I thought this was like
and you do that week after week after week after week after until there's 3 people left, and that's the finale. And then the 3 becomes 2, and then there's the jury of all the people who've gotten voted out after a certain period of time, and they vote for the winner of the 2. And it's so fun, and you win $700,000, and it's easier than Survivor because you don't have to survive. You literally just walk into the pantry room and you tell the camera, I want goldfish and I want wine, and they'll bring it to you. You're not surviving. You're just, the surviving is being in a house with no cell phone, no interactions with anyone other than the 16 people that you're with. You can't have any books. Minus if, like, you're religious, you can bring, like, a book, like a Bible or, like, a Torah. Like, you can bring, like, a religious book, but you can't bring, like, Ice Planet Barbarian. And you can't write anything down because part of, like, some of the things later on is, like, remembering days on, like, what happened on day 30. Like, when did this person get sent home? And it's, like, you have to know these days.
Nah.
So you can't have pen. But it's so fun. Like, it's so fun to watch. And the funnest part, honestly, about Big Brother is Big Brother Twitter. It is so fun. I love fighting with people. All, like, the fan accounts. It's so funny. Twitter during Big Brother season is my favorite place. My dream days.
That just freaks me out. I don't know. You
don't want to be watched
and
recorded for 3 months.
No. It's
kind of freaky.
That's why you would not do good, because you freaking...
there would just be so many people.
Security cameras
yeah, guys, we were going to talk about this later, but do you guys ever... Okay, to preface, I started a new job, and I'm not telling you where. But at my job, there's, like, various, like, cameras just everywhere. How it be. And I, without fail, every single time I'm, like, standing still, I'll just, like, be, like, wandering, and I'll look, and I will make direct eye contact every single time with the security camera. Do you guys do that? If you're in a place, not even with, like, multiple, just one single camera, do you accidentally just, like, stare at it?
And then get paranoid.
And then get paranoid that they think I'm, like, trying to find all the cameras so I can, like, rob them or, like, kill someone or something.
So... And it was funny, because he called me the other day and told me this, and I was like, that's actually crazy you say that, because that same week, people were putting up security cameras in my work building, and so I was like, no way, I did the same thing. Like, there's one right near the time clock, and I was like, I don't know, I don't, like, change my personality, really, when I go to work. Like, I'm just the same person, and so, like, I talk to myself, I sing to myself, I, like, do... like, little things, whatever, because I kind of just, like, little, like, I guess, I'm quirky. But, anyway, so, little things like that, and before it was, like, nobody caught you lacking unless they were, like, around the corner, and now it's, like, they watch me. Like, they can pull up the video clip and watch me, like, sing and do stupid stuff. Yeah. It's like, bro.
But... In the before...
Speaking of butt... Who done Love Island?
Who done digging in they?
Digging in they, them. Bro, I was so confused on what just happened.
The day that Big Brother starts, my journey with Love Island comes to a close. Since the last episode, I have been watching Love Island, and I've never watched it before. And I wouldn't even say that it's really that good, because it's not. It's just, like, it's entertaining.
It's like brain dead entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to be something crazy.
I like it enough. It is good. I don't like hair. I could literally care less who wins.
Yeah, I don't
I'm just watching it for, like, fun. Tell me why they have picked the most beautiful women on the show. Like they're specifically, like, you have to also be, like, the hottest person ever. And then they're just finding these, like, 5'3" men. And in the one guy's interview, Jeremiah, which this isn't a spoiler because it's the first episode, in his like little like when he was the original person, they each were like, "Hi, I'm," and they like said like what they did. He was like, in the first episode, he was like, "Yeah, I cheated on my last girlfriend." One, why would you say that just like out loud like it's funny? Like, haha, like crazy. Why are you getting them? Why are you picking them for this?
Also, okay, you know how in nature the male birds are the prettier ones because the females are choosy and they try to pick like the nice ones.
Yeah.
That like do the most impressive dance and stuff. Bring that back.
Bring that back.
Bring that into the human population. I don't know if the Neanderthals were like...
We're doing all
have
that.
they feathers? Like, I don't know what was going on, but we need to figure something out because the amount of times, like Blake said, on shows like this, or just in person where you see, like, or influencers, like, the most beautiful, like, jaw-dropping woman you've ever seen in your life, and then it's just a man.
A man.
Like, we gotta raise... the bar.
Brothers, we gotta step it up.
Yeah, and so...
You can't be 5'6" and have a really terrible personality.
And, like, yeah, like...
You can't be fugly and, like...
And broke.
And...
No, it's really not about the money.
You gotta pick a struggle, and you have to have one struggle, and that's it.
Yeah, it's really... Mr. Struggle. It's really not about, like, the money or anything like that. It's just about, like, the personality and the, like... You don't have to have all the money in the world to, like, love somebody. You just have to be a good person. And, like, these dudes, they aren't. And then on top of it, they're fugly.
The one guy, Taylor, who's, like... fugly, and then has the personality of, like... a squirrel on, like, ecstasy, like, sit down. For 5 minutes, sit still.
Dinamite! Have you seen Hoodwinked?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're putting in the clip.
Like, they did them dirty. But, for my winners, because on the episode spoiler that I just watched, because I'm behind, I just watched Nick and Sierra are officially, like, closed off, which I don't know what that means, but... I think that means, like, they're not looking elsewhere.
Oh.
If they win, I'll be like, yay. Otherwise, I really don't. I don't care.
I'll be like, yay.
No, but when there was 5 seconds, you guys, let me look at you and hold this space. Nick and Olandria, for 5 minutes when they were together, I, like, stood up and clapped. Like, that, they clapped. Like...
Did you clap? No, we're just friends.
That was the happiest I was because like that's my family, like that's my parents, and then they immediately separated again. And I was like, oh, bye.
Good while it lasted. My parents' core. No, the way that was not a good relationship. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to trauma bond.
Comment hashtag free Jamie.
Bro, that is not funny, actually. Like, it's called dark humor.
When we made that joke about, like, people getting abused and we're like, just leave.
Like, that's terrible.
Like, we're kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh, what, are you gonna cancel me?
Yeah. That's why Pull Out Blake Day exists, because you need your karma.
No.
So, one day...
Yeah, you tell it.
One day, me and Blake are on the phone, I believe. Yeah. We were on the phone. And Blake... One thing about Blake, if he's in the car, he's gonna call me. Like, every time.
I'll be on the phone with you and then hang up, and then, like, my urge is, like, to call you because I'm in the car, and I'm like, we literally just did.
Yeah. So, I do the same thing. But, so, like, yeah. Always calling me in that dang car.
It's that dang car.
It's that dang car. And so, the way you've had numerous different cars, you've had 2 different cars. And
I've had 2.
Okay, that's more than me. And you've called me just the same in each one. Anyway, so we're driving, or he's driving, and
one thing about me when I'm driving, I'm a yell.
He gets road rage like no other, and so he's driving
with zero acting on it. I just get verbal road rage.
Yeah, and so he's just he'll drive so calm, but he's like, bang on it! Like, and so we were driving, or he was driving. And people kept on pulling out in front of him, and
the first person pulled out in front of me, and I was like, bro, like...
He will announce, and then it just kept on happening, and then finally he gets so fed up, he was like, what? Is it pull out on Blake Day? Is that what it is? All these people, they joined together, and they're doing this to me on purpose? Is that what it's about? Like, he was crashed out.
I was...
crashed out.
I had, like, that had struck a nerve. Like,
bro, I know every neighbor just heard me screaming. And, like, all I can imagine is Blake freaking out, face getting red in this car.
In my 2013 terrain.
And somebody next to him is, like, hearing him go nuts.
Seeing me screaming in the car.
Like, literally, like, so now, whenever anything happens, we
say it's pull out on
Blake Day. Like, if anything, like, you have a bad day and numerous consecutive, like, bad things happen to you, we'll be like, oh, pull out on Blake Day. Like, that sucks.
And I did that after this is not an exaggeration. It happened twice. The first person did it, and I was like, bro, like, I was already mad, like, previously. Like, it was just, like, the first person did it, and it was, like the nail in the coffin. And then the second person did it, and that's when, like, I lost it.
The hammer struck.
Is it pull out on Blake Day?
Yeah, like, he crashed out.
It was so funny. That's that, and then, remember the birds?
Yes. Blake is afraid of large flocks of birds.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, can we get Taco Bell after this? I'm so hungry. Anyway. So, the owls are not what they seem. So, we were... Okay, remember in episode 2 when we mentioned that there was a poop cruise, and I thought that Blake had been on this poop cruise.
I was on the poop cruise.
Because I had never heard it before. Where is my check, Netflix?
Where's our check, Netflix?
Because the poop
Netflix CEO.
Yeah.
Where are you?
The poop cruise.
The poop cruise was my idea.
I made that come into fruition.
Remember episode 2 when I went on a cruise and then I came back and told y'all about the poop cruise, and now not 4 months later, Netflix came out with the poop cruise documentary.
Notice how I was on the toilet when I found out about the Ethel Cain concert, and simultaneously they were talking about the poop cruise on Netflix. Where's our check?
Where's our check?
Where's our check?
Next they're gonna make a
pull out on Blake Day documentary. Yeah. And then they're gonna talk shit about Interstellar.
And then they're gonna make an Interstellar.
Yeah.
No,
and Netflix. And then Kyle MacLachlan's gonna hit me up.
Netflix, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you, but I won't be if you give me that check. Give me the jag.
And then on top of the Big Brother money,
when I win Big Brother and then come back to my check, and then I also come back to the Poop Cruise royalties.
The Poop Cruise royalties settlement.
Me with my check that says Poop Cruise.
Like comically large. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that is it.
No,
actually.
It's not. Remember last episode when I said that I would tell y'all about New York City?
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York.
Is they waiting for you?
No, I went to New York City my summer before
I turned pretty. This was the summer that made you pretty because of the homeless man you saw.
No, okay. I have to pee so bad. Yeah. Senior year, summer before senior year, I went to New York City. We went for 3 days. Per mayhaps.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
It was not long. It was like a weekend. Mm-hmm. We went and it was fun. Like overall, I would say it was fun. Underall, New York City is not a place that I ever want to be. Just in general. The amount of the hundreds of thousands, probably a million people that are there.
Oh, no, Lord, I can't do it.
Lord, I can do it. It is, and where we stayed for whatever reason, we decided to stay in. So we were in Times Square. We stayed 3 streets off of Times Square.
Dang.
So we would like have to walk through Times Square to go to bed, and it was stress. Like my mom would be like, "Oh, let's do this," and I'm like, "No, we're going." Like I was like, by the end of the day, I'd be so overstimulated and like I can't do anything else because that's all you do is just like do things and do things, and it was just such a busy time. Like I couldn't deal. It was too much.
That's where Timothy was raised.
And like I can imagine living in New York City. That's crazy.
I know, like that's a vacation place. How do people live there? How do people, like, you know, when you go on a vacation and you go to like the grocery store or the whatever, and there's people working the counter, and you're like, you actually live here, and like this is your job, and like that's crazy
right.
to me. Like
everyone who works in New York City, like you live here.
Like you live here, and like you're like this is your job. Like you
now,
are here numerous days.
I would live in Boston. But it's nothing compared.
It's different. It's so different. But tell them.
So the agenda. Day 1, we got there. We had to walk around, like, we went to the hotel and we dropped our suitcases off, but we still had like our backpacks and like our things that we had like brought with us. So we had to like walk around with all that. And I think we could have left it, but it was just like, I'm gonna hold on to my wallet, like my backpack with like my items. And so we mostly that first morning we like walked around Times Square. We went to like the, what else do they have? We went to like what is that candy place? I don't know. It was like some like big name candy place. You always see them when you go to like places in Florida.
I don't vacation. I don't know.
Like It's Sugar or something. I think there's one actually in the mall by us. I don't know. I don't really care. And we would we went there. There's a Target in Times Square, and it was the coolest thing ever. It was like when you're on Times Square, how all of the buildings are like this, and it's like you're on like a street, and it's like building, like the streets. There was a Target just like in the middle of one of those, and so we went and you go up the escalator, and then you're on just like you're in a Target.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Huh. A Target in New York.
Yeah, So we walked around, we like did some things there, and then we came back and we finally got to go into our room. Where we were staying, it was like a lot of floors. Like it was like a tall hotel. And for whatever reason, there was a singular elevator working out of like the 2, maybe there was 3, I don't actually remember, but there was only one elevator that was working. So you would have the lobby would be filled with people trying to get to their rooms at night, and you could only fit X amount of people on the elevators at a time. Mm-hmm. And there was only one elevator working going up to floor 100. It wasn't that tall, but like, and so it would take like an hour practically to get up to our rooms from when we were in the lobby.
Gee.
It was so bad.
That's crazy.
Would not recommend. And so that first night we came in at the end. They were doing this like restaurant week, so like all of these like nice restaurants were having like different menus for like their restaurant week because they're trying to win like awards and stuff. Like critics come in and like try all their food and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we were there at like we flew in and it was like the last day. So we went to this restaurant. We got to, I don't even know what it was called, but it was nice. It was like Italian, and we got to try on their menu like the restaurant week menu. It was so good. And we did like a fancy dinner, and then we saw Cursed Child on Broadway. And that's the only Broadway I've ever seen, and it was well, I wouldn't say that's the only, because I've seen like Lion King, I've seen Phantom of the Opera, but like that was like we were on Broadway, like we were there. And that was so fun, so good. And then the next day we did more like walking around, like venturing about. And then that night we went to the Harry Styles concert at Madison Square Garden. And was it that morning? Yeah. So the way that that morning we got up and we went to this brunch place called Mom's Mother's. It was something like that. and it was really cool, and it was really good, and we were walking back from brunch to like the general area where we wanted to go, and we were walking back, and we were walking under those like construction, like whatever those are called.
Like scaffolding?
Yes, because there's so much of that everywhere. We were walking under, and there are a lot of homeless people in New York City, which who cares? Like, it's not a big deal, but. And I don't even think this guy was homeless.
You don't care about homeless people?
I do care about homeless people, unhoused people. They don't bother me.
It's not like
ugh! Like I could care less. Like I care, but like it's nothing like to shy away. Like I don't care.
They need housing. Yeah. I'm not afraid of them or disgusted by them.
And so like I IDGAF when we walked past them. Like it's no biggie. And we walked past this guy, and he was like standing with the scaffolding, and he was wearing like a I don't even know what it was. It was kind of like a robe. Something like a cultural thing, and all of a sudden we walk past, and he just opens it naked underneath, penis out, penis and balls out, and and I went and like turned away and like kept walking, and my mom was behind me, and then she was like, all of a sudden I hear behind me, "You're disgusting. If I had scissors, I'd cut it off." I'm like, girl, don't threaten the guy who just stripped down in front. Like, he is crazy. He gonna get you. Like,
that's why I love your mom. Like, there are so many reasons why.
It was like she was my bodyguard. Like, it was so crazy, and I was like low-key like shook for like an hour after, because it was like,
that's indecent exposure.
Scary.
Like, that's like actually gross
crazy.
and like traumatic. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
No, so then that happened. Then we went to Harry Styles' concert. We see him there. He's next. No, that was so fun. Madison Square Garden is so cool. And then the next day we got up and we just did more like walking around. By day 3 of 2.5 full days of like go, I was like, I can't walk another step. So by like 4 p.m. we were already headed back to the hotel, and I was like, I don't even want to go out. Like, I don't want to do anything. And so we ended up like DoorDashing burritos to our lobby, and then we ate burritos in the hotel room. And that night, House of the Dragon season 1 episode 1 came out, and I watched it in New York City. Fan from the beginning, and then the next day was the day we were flying home, but we were flying home later, so we went to Central Park, and we did like a pop culture tour of Central Park. So we were in like the little buggy, and the guy was riding the bicicleta, and we were going around Central Park and being like, oh, the Friends fountain, Enchanted, the bridge, the duck boats. Like, we got to see all that stuff. It was so cool. And then we got to see that like area of moving more like to the northern side of like Manhattan, and it got like nicer. And it was really cool, and I really liked Central Park. It was very like nice and like serene. And then we flew home.
Wow.
And it was a wrong day. Long trip. And I was exhausted. Like, I can't even tell you how tired I was when we got home.
When you walk, like, when you go on a vacation and you're walking, and then you, like, come home, and that feeling, like, you shower in your own shower, and you fall asleep in your own bed. And
then you start crying of joy.
And real ones know that you deep clean before you go on your trip, so when you come home, the house is clean.
Yeah.
Ugh. And it's, like, nice and, like, cold, and, like, it smells fresh, and
yeah.
you, like, don't sleep on it. Like, you clean, and then you don't sleep on it, so that when you come home, it's, like, nice and fresh and untouched, and you can, like, sleep there, and it's awesome. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York.
Well, I think that's about it.
I'm not going back. That's about it.
Yeah. I don't... My vacations consist of the UP, and...
I've never been.
You've never been to the UP?
I've never been north of, like, Traverse City. Never been. I've never been to Mackinac. I've never been to UP. I want to go. I just never have.
Blake.
That's not what we do. We go down. We don't go up.
I have been to like every big place in the UP. I've seen all the waterfalls, all of it. I've gone to Mackinac like not a million times, but like numerous times. I love it. I love like Fishtown. I love Alpena. My dad grew up in Mayo. So like Rose City, Cummins, like all those little towns, like going down the Osable River, like I love Michigan. I go all over the place. I've been to all of the Great Lakes. Lake Superior is my favorite. Yeah, love it. I've never swam. No, no. Because Lake Superior is like cold and like rough. But anyway, so I finally finished a book.
I know, I was in such a bad reading, like,
it was bad
area. Like, I was like, y'all, I can't finish this
book.
It
was bad.
But then Kentucky really helped me to finish, like, boom, I finished 2 books in Kentucky.
Yeah. Nice. I read What Moves the Dead. What Moves the Dead. And it's, the, like, House of Usher, whatever, retelling, from
Fall
Edgar
the
Allan
House
Poe.
of Usher.
Yeah.
What do you know?
And it was so good. It was so scary, though. I was freaked out. And then now I'm reading Six of Crows, and that's really freaking good. It's really interesting. And I love Raven Boys, that series, and I listened to that series around this time last year. So I'm really enjoying Six of Crows because it's filling that, like, nostalgia, and, like, I miss listening to Raven Boys for the first time, so I'm excited to be reading Six of Crows because it's, like, similar found family, like, vibe.
Yeah.
So I really like it, but
I finished, y'all. Put your hands together for I finished Sunrise on the Reaping finally. So good. So good. Like,
I read the first 3.
No spoilers. No spoilers. I now understand why Haymitch is the way that he is. Like, I am Haymitch. We are Haymitch. Like,
we are Haymitch.
We are.
We are.
It was so good, so sad. Like, everything. It was like, oh. Like, the arena was cool, and it was like different from other Hunger Games. Like, normally it's like, her leg was cut off, her ear was like, and it was very. You didn't see a lot of like the Hunger Games happening, even though it was like when there was twice as many people. It was more like the arena and like the mutations that they have, and like it was like man versus environment. That was like the conflict almost. It was good. It was so good.
I believe it.
I'm a believer. And then after finishing Sunrise on the Reaping, simultaneously while I was finishing that book, I had reread Throne of Glass because I needed to restart my reading. Because last year I read 20 books, and this year I've only read 6. So my goal is I've already moved down to 10.
Yeah, right.
We're getting broken.
Hello?
No, there's a killer.
Daniel? Ew.
The killer!
And then we can go.
Okay, let's go. Guys, we literally just got robbed.
Yeah. My man came home.
The provider.
No, the person who pays all the bills came home. So the fun's over. No, I'm kidding.
Guys, it was fun. I actually have to leave. I'm scared.
Guys,
what
just
was
leave.
That?
Just leave. No.
No, but I finished.
Crown of Midnight.
No, I finished Throne of Glass, and now I'm like halfway through Crown of Midnight.
Right. So talk about your music.
My music, guys. I don't know what it was about going to Kentucky. It awakened my.
It awakened
my.
We crowed.
I'm crying.
We crowed.
We crowed.
Do you want to be in the video?
You crying?
Are you coming in?
No.
Girl, we're doing the video.
He's fine. He's not in it.
Okay.
Daniel reveal later. I have been on my Appalachian folk southern bluegrass since coming back from Kentucky, so I've been listening to Silver Lining by Mount Joy, which y'all know. He faced the drugs, the women, the wine. So good. And then Ethel Cain Always, Nettles, and her new single, Me Eyes.
American
So
Teenager,
good. American
older
Teenager,
sister.
older estranged sister.
Yep.
And then I've also been listening to Shake the Frost Live by Tyler Childers. Such a good song. And then Free Treasure by Adrian Lenker.
Ooh, I love that album. That whole album with that song on it. Love.
That's my music. My musica.
So I've been listening to a lot of Matt Champion, and so I was like, I want to listen to stuff that sounds like Matt Champion. So I went on this song called SPJ. You know how like on Spotify you can do like the click on the radio for that song. So I clicked on it, and it came up with this band or this group that is also correlated with them called Nourished by Time, and I love them. They're so funky and awesome. So I really like them, Nourished by Time. And then last night, when we were driving home from fireworks, we were listening to the Beastie Boys, and I forgot how good Shake Your Rump is. So y'all gotta listen to that. Shake your rump. And then I've been listening to Ethel Cain as well. And I want to get
Tucker.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, I want to get.
I need
to get on my Tyler Childers.
You do. It's
lore.
good.
Elena loves Tyler Childers, and which is crazy.
You doxing her?
Oh, it's yeah. So anyway, I'm hungry. I'm like, I don't know if you could tell, but the second half of this, I've just been like half dead because I'm really hungry, and we're going
dead
off
as
like
a child.
We're going off like 2 calories. I need something to eat. So
eat. I'm going home to eat more Mexican food for the next 4 days because we have so much from last night that I don't think I'll ever not eat more beans and rice. Just come eat Mexican at my house for free.
But I want a cheesy, a grilled cheese burrito.
If you want a burger, get a burger. And if you want a french fry,
eat a french
fry.
Alright, that's it.
Das ist it.
I don't know what else to say. Except subscribe.
Except subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Spotify.
Send us money.
Subscribe to the TikTok.
Follow.
Venmo me.
We'll put the Venmo in the link tree.
We'll put the Venmo.
Yeah, in the link tree we did not pay for.
Right, the free link tree. And get ready because new things coming. JC coming.
Yeah. Alright.
Das all.
That's all.
Das ist all.
And no one opens the door for a native New Yorker.
No one opens the door.
Yes.
For a native New Yorker.
Ooh, here I go.
Oh. And then she lost that episode.
Yeah. And then she, now she has like...
No.
I don't know what her deal is now.
Now she...
And guess what? No one opens the door.
No, there was a Wendy Williams sighting on TikTok I saw.
I saw it too.
Free Wendy. Free Wendy, unfree Britney.
Right. And you too, Mrs. Spears.
And you too, Mr. Spears.
To all of them.
Yeah.
I love
Wendy Williams fan account.
Right.
Now.
That's
okay.
the title of the episode.
Right. Wendy Williams fan account. Gwen Stefani is chopped.
All right.
Gwen Stefani is chopped daughter or free Wendy Williams son. Okay.
All right.
Y'all, it's...
Bye.